Coming up on This Week in YouTube, DailyGrace. She may not be able to post on her own YouTube channel. YouTube views, should you buy them? Why would you buy them? Will they help jumpstart your videos? And if you want to legitimately grow your view count from the beginning, some tips on how to do that. All coming up next on This Week in YouTube.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for This Week in YouTube is provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.
This is This Week in YouTube, episode 33, recorded December 2nd, 2013. Why buy YouTube views? This Week in YouTube is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create your own professional website or online portfolio. For a free 2-week trial and 10% off, go to squarespace.com and use offer code TWIYT12. And by Hulu Plus. Hulu Plus lets you binge on thousands of hit shows anytime, anywhere on your TV, PC, smartphone, or tablet. Visit huluplus.com/TWIYT to start your free 2-week trial. That's huluplus.com/TWIYT. Hello and welcome to This Week in YouTube. I am Chad Johnson. This is the show that will help you sort through the YouTube news of the week, give you a few tips if you're a YouTube creator. This is the show for you. This week, Lamar Wilson, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. An hour ago, you could barely hear me talking. My voice, throat just locked up, but it's getting better.
Yeah, man. Earlier I was worried about you.
I was too. My head was spinning, and never take naps during the middle of the day.
Ever.
That's the only advice I can give.
Sometimes I have that issue where I'm like, I'll just take a 20-minute nap and I'll be fine, and then it's worse.
It's like what happened is the Thanksgiving dinner just finally caught up with me, and I passed out.
Yes,
that's the feeling I had because I didn't pass out after. That Thanksgiving.
Delayed reaction to Thanksgiving.
How was yours? You went traveling, right?
I went back to Austin, which is why last week's show was recorded a day early, and I had a great time. In fact, I didn't even tell you about this. I came up with a new video making strategy.
What?
That is actually pretty good to talk about on the show. We haven't even discussed this at all. I wanted to basically capture every day that I did stuff, and I did a vlog later, and I can talk about that later on in the show.
I thought what you were going to say is, Lamar, I've come up with this great idea where you take a camera, you record for a day.
Normally you record outward, away from your body,
exactly.
But I recorded towards me where I was talking. No.
Brand new, just came out.
Right.
And I'm going to call it vlogging.
Vlogging. Video logging, actually. Vlogging for short. I'm still working on the name.
Wow, man, we're going to make a fortune with that.
Right.
Let's do it.
Right. We'll get royalties forever. Yes. So
that's awesome.
So making a big long, like that was going to cover like 4 or 5 days. And so doing something that long, I was really worried that I would sit down and just start talking and it would be like 2 minutes every day. It ended up being 12 minutes long. Or like, I don't know, 45-minute show. That'd be ridiculous. Right. This Week in YouTube. And so anyway, the strategy that I did was basically, I took Vines, but I didn't actually post them to Vine. I only did it and so 6 seconds every shot was what I aimed for, where it was update you now, update you in the middle of whatever's happening, and then update you after it's happened. And each little like 3 6-second things would make basically a full story, and you would keep your interest running because you never were really stuck on one shot for longer than 6 seconds. I feel like, there are a lot of shots I went over 6 seconds, but I felt like if you want to do something like that it's like a big chunk of something that you're trying to cover or trying to get recording, I found that technique really worked for me.
All right. Cool, dude.
So enough about that.
Yes, I chose this first story because it's near and dear to my heart because this is a friend of mine. But yeah, the top story right now that's going on, it's about YouTube star DailyGrace, also known as Grace Helbig, turns out that she is breaking up with her network, My Damn Channel. Now, on the surface, this is like, okay, she's leaving a network. Why are you making a big deal about this, Lamar and Chad? Well, no, there's a little bit more to it according to this article. And I'm going to keep saying according to this article because we're not able to get a confirmation from Grace Helbig herself on this, but this is widely reported. So, Chad, what happened in 2008 is there's a guy, I believe his name is Rob Barnett, CEO of My Damn Channel, found Grace. She was doing other kind of little videos on a YouTube, called her and said, hey, let's do some work together. So they created a character in 2008 called, excuse me, my voice went up there, called DailyGrace. And DailyGrace was this 5-day-a-week show where she, it was a very relatable character, but it was a character that the network owned. 2010, they started on YouTube. So she's really been doing this for 5 years, an everyday format. This has come to a head basically because My Damn Channel is looking to be bought by another network. I think the short end of it is Grace does not want to be the IP that goes with that. She doesn't want to go to that network, so she's shopping for another network. But there's a problem, Chad. DailyGrace is not technically, according to the article, her IP.
She doesn't own her own username and persona and YouTube channel.
Yeah, I feared this a couple years ago when I first found out about her and I read her history. I said, man, if she ever leaves, what is going to happen to her channel and her persona? And it looks like from what the article is saying that My Damn Channel is fighting back. They're basically saying they're keeping it. She's not allowed to push traffic at any time in December to any new channel. So, Chad, like when we were talking about this earlier, I was mind blown. I'm thinking she's going to have to start over.
Right. If she wants to get out of this contract or get out of once you get into intellectual, so this is called intellectual property, and so companies can own an intellectual property of something. So, like Twit owns This Week in YouTube. That's a name, that's a show that the company Twit that I'm sitting in their studio that they own. And so I couldn't just leave and start making my own This Week in YouTube because it's Twit's. That is what DailyGrace is working with. It is a little confusing because you assume that it's hers and that she owns it, like I own OMG Chad.
She's always been there. It wasn't like she took over as host.
Right.
She's always been the host. So what happens when it ends? Does it just sit there in the archives? Does someone else take it over?
Yeah.
Which the audience would not tolerate. I'm going to tell you that right now. Because I took over someone's channel in a similar situation. Guy left. The company still owned it. I went in and took it over for some weeks. But the audience just never, they had nothing to do with me. They just could not understand how the guy was not there anymore on his own channel. Because to the audience, Grace is her channel.
Right.
So
you come to see her. You don't come to see
absolutely.
You don't come to see My Damn Channel's DailyGrace. You come to see
not at all.
Grace.
So this causes a couple of problems. First, if she pulls out, that makes their valuation bad to get bought because she's clearly the biggest thing on there. The second thing is, what does this mean for her as a creator? She makes a new channel. How would she build it up again? Obviously, she owns her Twitter, thank goodness, and her Tumblr and things. And she knows she's very loved by YouTube community. She has 3 million subscribers now. I'm confident she can build up to a decent number. Just by, you mentioned, Chad, like she'll probably have to go around and do collabs again.
Like if she leaves, if the DailyGrace YouTube channel is no more, which would also just be the weirdest thing, that all of a sudden it's just just a ghost town, right? And I was telling you, like, I can't believe if you heard about her backstory, I can't believe that she hasn't been vigilant and hasn't bought out the other remaining, people who own that channel. Like, why? It seems like she would have thought of this. Like this isn't something that you just go, whoa, I'm surprised by this.
She's a very smart woman. I know this has probably come up, and there's like, oh, you're taking care of. I mean, you never know the back end of it.
But it could also be that like she's contractually obligated. It sounds like she's contractually obligated to stay on, and even if
I don't think so, she could leave. I'm sure it can't be an indefinite thing. I mean.
Right. I mean, it would have to end at some point until her contract is up.
Right. Yeah, I don't know her contract. all of this is coming to a head now. So it could be a big legal battle, or it could just be as simple as they part ways at the end of December.
Right.
2014, we see a new Grace Helbig channel. And I got to say, now, this is just my opinion. I think after doing a daily Monday through Friday thing for 5 years, I think Grace...
5 years of... Yeah, wow.
Yeah, would I think it would be a different show. I think she would want to do something different where maybe it's not daily, but it's something different, something fresh. Maybe travel vlogs, maybe a little bit more high production value. Like, she has a lot of ideas and she's doing a lot of stuff on the side. So she's not going to be at a loss for money or anything. But I think this is, if you want to look at it positively, this could be a good way for her to kind of do something she's always wanted to do versus being this character. So that's just me kind of looking on the positive side. And just thinking as a creator, like, this is going to be an interesting thing to watch.
Yeah, because if she completely dumps her channel that she has now, which is very popular and still has momentum, and then starts over new, there's so many questions that could be answered, like, does a new channel, like, how does YouTube handle a brand new channel that starts getting tons of views? Like, we know that consistency helps. Will her audience follow her to the new channel? You know, and I was suggesting, like, the first thing that she's gonna do is go on to all of her friends' channels, you know, like, and start doing collabs and say, by the way, go subscribe to now just Grace or whatever, because that's now the channel that I own.
Yeah, exactly. So like I said, this is not happened to my knowledge on this big of a scale.
Right.
On YouTube, it's happened, but
it's
not,
almost
not
3 million subscribers, by the way.
Yeah.
That should be said.
Yeah. So, and it's a shame that my damn channel, if they said that, what the article says, that, you know, she's not allowed to annotate or say, hey, I'm over here now.
Right.
And that's, you know, that's just kind of, it's kind of an a-hole move, but it's a business.
Right.
And that's what businesses do. So this is going to be interesting. This whole article could be inaccurate, but I think as long as it's been up, it would you know, something would have been retracted. I'm blown away because I foresaw this, but I didn't foresee it this soon, and I didn't foresee it this dramatic. And she's a sweetheart. She's really a sweetheart, and she shouldn't have to deal with this nonsense.
Yeah, Weird Am I asks a good question. If she leaves, basically, how much does she own of her own channel? Because if she leaves, does she get money from the back catalog that's on the channel?
That's a good question.
You know?
I mean, the article stated,
what's the rev share? Basically, is the question.
The channel makes some good money. Like it says, based on what is that? It's Social Blade, that your channel makes between 25K and $1 million a year.
Right. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, based on a $3 to $4 CPM. So, yeah, does she continue to get royalties from that back catalog? Because it's going to, unless they shut down the channel, it's going to keep making money.
Right.
And what kind of deal is she going to get in the future? So.
Weird Am I also has a great username that Grace should probably use on her new channel. Grace in Your Face. I think that's.
I'm sure now someone is taking that.
Yep, probably. Grace in Your Face.
She's big enough where if she wanted the channel Grace, she could probably get
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Yeah, basic. When I said that, I was like, she probably could talk to someone at YouTube and get that.
Yeah. Especially if it's inactive, she can get it.
Right.
So and I wish Grace the best. I just want to say that this is not a report. This is a friend of mine, so I'm a little biased on it. But I'm saying I wish her the best, and I hope this works out.
Yeah, and I'm unconnected. Grace would like to know you, but I don't. I kind of want her to take one for the team and kind of see what happens with the channel if she has to move. Is the audience going to follow? What does this mean? If for some reason you sign a bad contract and everything goes to hell, what happens? But best of luck. Best of luck to you.
Absolutely.
This portion of This Week in YouTube is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform that makes it easy for you to create a blog, a website, or online portfolio. Squarespace is kind of like a turnkey solution for you to make your own website. They have beautiful templates, absolutely amazing templates. This is the very, very designed focus. At the moment, they have over 20 new beautiful templates that you start with, and you can customize these on top of the sort of foundation that they've already set for you. You could also just choose between style options so that your site looks unique, or you can create your own unique looking website. This is perfect for businesses or someone like us who has a brand that they want to put forward and need to sort of have a landing page and maybe something larger than just a user channel. You really want something that you can control and that also looks unique to you. Everyone's YouTube channel, still has the same design, the same, aspects of this goes here. And with Squarespace, you can really control how your story is told online. It's also pretty inexpensive, starting at just $8 a month. This includes everything. If you sign up for a yearly plan, you can get the domain name. They include that if you sign up for a year or more. And this is also hosting. So this isn't just the platform that you build your site on. This is the place that your website lives. And you don't have to worry about making sure that servers are set up. Squarespace handles everything. It's really, really great. And of course, mobile, the future of online entertainment and the future of the web. Your website is mobile ready, where every design automatically scales or includes a unique mobile experience that matches the overall style of your site. Here's the thing. Don't take my word for it. Go try it for yourself. Head on over to squarespace.com. Sign up for a 2-week free trial. They don't ask for your credit card. You can try it for up to 2 weeks, play around, and learn how Squarespace works. And then if you decide to purchase Squarespace, use the offer code TWIYT12 because it's a 12th month, TWIYT12, and you can get 10% off. And that also lets them know that we sent you there. And 10% off. You could sign up for a full year and get 10% off that entire time. And we thank Squarespace for their support of This Week in YouTube. And you know what? Go out and design it and create a great page that you control with Squarespace. So, another thing I'm thinking about buying, Lamar, views.
Well, also from Squarespace, you're going to buy that, and then you're going to buy some views.
Right. I'm going to buy multiple things this
So people, that's kind of against the policy of YouTube, right, and Google.
I'm not worried about. We covered an article. They were saying they were going to get to it last week. They're like, we'll eventually crack down on that. But I think that right now is the time to invest in
invest.
Yes,
invest in
buying some YouTube views. I'm thinking,
because it's been all in the news. Everybody's talking about it the last week about buying views, and YouTube is coming out admitting they have. We're talking about why they shouldn't. I really think this is a good time to sneak in there and do that?
I'm thinking, it's like Bitcoins. The time's hot. I'm gonna get in right now while everyone's talking about it. No,
don't do it. Don't do it.
TubeFilter had a really great article talking about buying views. And last week I have to admit, I was kind of like, why would anyone do this? It's obvious. It's so obvious that someone's buying views, and you'd have to continuously buy views to. Especially if you're like me, trying to make consistent content. And so on the internet is fame for sale is the title of this article. And they even have a 20-minute sort of mini documentary to go along with it. And they talk about, just like what you said, there are YouTubers who admit to buying views and why they do it. And that was really interesting.
Yeah. And just to say, the Fine Brothers as listed on there are not view
There's
buyers,
some people who are listed, like the sexy saxophone guy who goes in and does Careless Whispers. He didn't buy views. There's imagery on this article that they weren't buying views. But the reason, and this was to answer last week's question, the reason that you would buy views is, let's say you have a video that you want to become a viral success. What you basically need to do is push it out the door. Is you want to create this frenzy around it so that people would think, oh man, this is going to be big, and then it would go on to live its own life as a viral success. I think the people who mentioned that, or who said that they did buy fake views were who was it? Ryan Turner. Who directly
he directed the video I'm Not Gay, which is a viral hit.
Right.
I was gonna say, one of the things we talked about last week, I brought up, the biggest culprits of this is the music industry. and Universal and Sony combined earlier this year lost 2 billion views because YouTube took away their fraudulent views.
Yeah.
And but again, it's like they're going to keep doing it because they bring in so many views to YouTube. YouTube is not going to suspend Universal. They're not going to close their account. So it's one of those situations where, you're looking at you're this little content creator. You're looking at these big guys.
It's 1/7 of their views, by the way.
Yeah,
for Universal Music Group reportedly lost 1 billion of its 7 billion views. 1/7.
Yeah, and the creator knows what they're doing. They see it, and it's just a bad example. But you see them. Hey, they get slapped on the hand. Maybe I should do it too. So here's the thing. I don't. People shouldn't do it. It's just unethical, and it's just like, it's one of those things. You'll get caught eventually, and then you ruin any momentum you did have.
Right.
But I kind of understand the reasoning behind why you want to do it. The same vein as when people buy Twitter followers. It's to look influential. If it's me with 40,000 Twitter followers versus someone with 400,000, and someone's looking to follow someone who has influence, who are they going to pick? They're going to get the big number person.
Obama versus Mitt Romney, then like.
Well, if you want to get politics into it,
well, I mean, to me that makes a little bit more sense because you're directly competing for influence at that point. And I guess we're all indirectly competing for influence. That's a true statement.
We are, and so this is a big deal, and it helps to, instead of just flat out, oh, these people are evil. I mean, they're not getting any gold medals for me, but I definitely can see why they choose to do this. At the beginning of the article is really interesting. It talks about I guess there's a disorder now called social media anxiety disorder.
I thought that was so made up.
Which I think I probably have that at some point, where you're always checking your numbers, you're always on social media, you're locked into your account. Someone gives you a notification, you're jumping to answer it. I mean, that accounts for most teenagers.
I could definitely say I do not have this disorder.
Yeah.
In fact, I might have the opposite of this disorder where I'm like, oh, I got another notification. Oh, God. Oh.
So like, Chad, what do you think? Do you think it's a acceptable?
It was
thing?
interesting because I can understand how much sometimes businesses have riding on the success of a viral video. Like, I think a lot of businesses would look at what is viral and say, we need to create that. And that's our business strategy written into our business plan. And they don't realize that really kind of defeats the whole genuality, the underlying.
You just made up a word.
Yeah, I did. I totally did.
I love it.
And so as Ryan was saying that he would buy views because they had directed this thing and spent so much time on it. I could see a business saying, this is a proven strategy. We buy 20,000 views and then it gets 80,000 on top of that. And that would only cost us some amount of money. Yeah, let's do it because it's a lot less personal. I would say for individual creators like us, I would avoid it at all costs because it's a quick way to turn an audience against you. And the way to create an online presence is not through one viral success. It's through hard work and dedication and creating constant content. And like I said last week, I don't see how that's sustainable if you're buying views on every single one of your videos.
Yeah. And the underlying problem is that we as a society, we want everything now. Because I get so many emails, dude. It's like, dude, how can I become popular on YouTube like you? And I want to say, first of all, I'm not popular. I do okay, but I'll show you someone popular. And you cannot get that overnight. I can't teach that. You can't just say, yeah, here, do this, and then in 2 weeks you'll be popular. That's not how it works. It's like you said, it's a lot of hard work. And a lot of people don't want to do that. They look at these kids, these teenage British teens or these other ones who blow up. But they blow up because they have something to offer, whether we think it's legit or not. They appeal to certain masses. Grace is going to, like we talked about DailyGrace earlier, she's going to, whatever channel she does, if she does that, is going to blow up because she's built a reputation already that her channel will fast track, and she doesn't have to do any of that nonsense because it's her. But it's still gonna be a lot of hard work. It's not gonna be easy.
Right.
So, I just really appeal to people. Just like think about the long term consequences of this. Even this guy, this director, he regrets it now. He's like, when people say, "Oh man, that video is doing great," he feels it.
Yeah.
He's like
minus a fifth of the views.
Yeah, and knowing that if he had never bought them, most likely, probably, as he said, probably would have got 7,000-8,000 views max, and that would have been it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tempting. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
If you don't have a moral compass, it's even more tempting.
Yeah.
But it's not really about it's not about a moral thing, religious thing, or anything. It's really just about think about the consequences. You get in, you get popular, YouTube goes in and checks, sees what you've done, and decides to pull your account.
Right.
What do you do?
Right, exactly. If you want to check out more on this, I would suggest either checking out the article at Tube Filter. Or wait, where was that article? Tube Filter. Good, perfect. Or head on over to YouTube. Fame for Sale is the YouTube channel, and they have a nice 20-minute video explaining it with interviews, and it's really, really great. Okay, so the this portion of This Week in YouTube is brought to you by Hulu Plus. You know Hulu.com. That's a place where you go to watch content, the TV shows and movies that you love whenever you want. Hulu Plus makes it even better, where you can watch your TV shows, your movies, anywhere, anytime, on your mobile device or in your TV, in your living room. And I have it pulled up right here on my iPad. Tons and tons of content through Hulu Plus. This is something that's extra. I could watch basically tons and tons of really great content. Every episode of shows like Lost, Doctor Who, Community, and Star Trek. Or I could catch, my favorite TV shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live, Shark Tank, Family Guy, or SNL. Really, really great stuff. And the cost is pretty inexpensive, only $7.99 for a month. Either I could catch up on current shows, or I could binge and watch everything from past shows whenever I want. And this is streamed to your TV, to your mobile phone, to your tablet like I'm using here. We could hear, that's shows to watch, check out The Morning After. And it's great. And I get to watch unlimited amounts. Wow, sorry. I had my volume turned up. And you can watch as much as this as you want. You also get access to collections of ad-free content, such as movies and kids' content. You can try Hulu Plus for free for 2 weeks when you go to huluplus.com/TWIYT. This is a special offer. You get an extra week for free if you use huluplus.com/TWIYT. It is an extended free trial for you. And you know what? I'd say go check it out. See what awesome shows are there. Most of your favorites are there from TV, and give it a try. And we thank Hulu for their support of This Week in YouTube. They're bringing This Week in YouTube episodes to you. So thanks, Hulu. So
I accidentally clicked a Justin Bieber video. Sorry. I'm back. Back.
Yeah, we lost Lamar for a bit to Justin Bieber.
I was like, what just happened?
So
okay.
for this week's tip, let's continue talking about basically the motivation to buy these views. What could you do legitimately to push your videos? Because they were talking about, buying 20,000 views so that it would push your content further. Mm-hmm. And so I have a few tips. Go ahead.
Oh. No, I thought you were literally asking me.
Right. What can I do, Lamar?
Yeah. What's your tip?
Well, my tip is do it how companies do it. Companies build sort of an excitement around a product that's coming out all the time, and you're used to this. This is with teaser trailers or with teasers on social media or anything like that. And it especially works really well for someone who is making either video game content that you can record in advance or recording a few days before you actually publish your video. One thing that I like to do is I always try to focus on building a good thumbnail for the video, because that's another really great thing to get excitement, so people see the thumbnail and click on the thumbnail. And so that takes a little bit of time in Photoshop or whatever to build that thumbnail. And so why not the day before share that image on Twitter? Say, get excited, tomorrow I have a video coming out at noon, and give them a direct action to give your audience a direct action to follow. And I think that there's a fear that people will see that and then decide not to watch your content. Like you're giving it to them ahead of time, and that they wouldn't follow up later. But it actually does the exact opposite. That people will see that, get excited, they want to see more. Of course, this is the that's what you want to share, is something that they'll want to see more. If they see it and they go, oh, I don't want to see that, you're doing it wrong. But that's a good way to legitimately do something that the people were trying to do with buying views, is because YouTube does prefer something that gets a good push, that has good traction right when it comes out, above other things. Am I correct in that assumption, Lamar?
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that makes them more money.
Right.
They want people to stay there and watch as much as possible. So yeah, you're right.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Do you have any other tips that I'm forgetting about?
Yeah. I mean, the other one I would add to yours is something that I used to do more regularly, and I just sometimes forget to do it. But versus the thumbnail, sometimes I'll take out a funny clip or like a funny picture from my video as I'm editing, and I see, I did this crazy face, or it's just something that looks really weird in a video, and I'll screenshot it and I'll throw it up on Google Plus and Twitter, and then I'll say, hey, caption this, or guess what the video is going to be about. And it's just a nice way to get them excited about it and guessing, and they'll add all kind of crazy things. And then when the video comes out, what I do in that same thread on Google Plus is I'll put the video link, say, hey, the video's up, and I'll just mention it as a comment, which notifies all those people who had commented on the video. So it's little things like that kind of add up, and then we could, that's a good way to build up momentum for the videos. It's by no means a scientific method, but it's a good method, and yours is a very good method, so people know what's coming up and they know what kind of content that you do. Right.
And basically, you're just trying to get people excited about something that hasn't happened yet. You're trying to get a small frenzy or small excitement. Where Demai asks, how does this work for people who have no fame or no following? And I would say you probably have at least some following, even if it is just your family members that you email and say, hey, I'm working on a video, here's a screenshot from it. Or just your friends on Facebook. You have to start somewhere. And if you're literally saying there's 0 people that I could possibly share this with, I think try a different strategy, because you need.
Yeah, you might want to rethink.
Yeah, you need at least But even if you're only sharing it to 5 people, this is something that people are excited about and are happy to see. That numbers don't quite matter.
Yep.
And that about wraps it up for this episode. Right. Lamar, what have you been up to this last week on YouTube?
I don't know. I knew it was gonna come up. So on last Tuesday, I put out a video for Nintendo, and actually it's still up on my main page. I know that. And it was a skit. It was a sketch video, which I like really
that pop collar. It's nice.
Yeah, so that was interesting, and yes, I'm not spoiling the video, but at the end, I do end up dressing up as one of the Mario characters. So that's fun. It's part of a challenge that Nintendo's doing. So I'm one of the 30 channels that are invited to do that. So that was my big video that I was working on, and also guest starred in Andre Black Nerd Comedy's video. His is so good, and it's in my collab playlist. So I invite you to watch that.
Oh, got it.
Whenever. Yep. And other than that, today I did a video talking about Black Friday and Cyber Monday insanity among people because it just never failed. Watching the video of people lose their mind in a store, it's just priceless. And so I took advantage of that today. That's about it. What about you?
I was just trying.
Oh, by the way, that's at youtube.com/Lamar Wilson with 2 words.
Perfect.
All right.
I have finally done the like 1 video a day thing for now like 2 weeks going on. So I'm pretty happy that I've been making a video a day, 7 days a week for 2 weeks.
I've been seeing them.
I'm sure, it's a lot.
Like I told you.
A lot of content. So over Thanksgiving, I did that video where I recorded everything that happened over Thanksgiving in small 6-second clips, and that really worked for me. In the middle of all of that, I got invited to do a new game, a new Minecraft game called Pizza Spleef. And I was very excited. Aurelian, who's a good friend, invited me to do that with her. And that was very exciting. I don't think Aurelian is watching, but if she is, thank you. The combined subscriber count of all the people in that collaboration video was 9 million. So I was very, very excited to be a part of that, and it was hilarious. It was fun. It was a very, very good video. And then I've been uploading my daily PvPs and Craft On. But that is what I was excited about this past week, and that's at youtube.com/OMGChad. If you want to subscribe to this show, head on over to youtube.com/TWIYT. That's where you can find us and make sure that you catch every future video available to you. And here we are having fun with last week's episode talking about YouTube on the Xbox One. And if you want to check us out live, you can watch live.twit.tv on Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. That about wraps it up. Anything else?
That's it.
That's it. See you next time.
Let's go eat.
Bye.
Bye.